Sorry, we had a technical error with our Wi-Fi, but we are up and running. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Raiders have runners in first and second with one out. This Irish Bill is with Marty Wilson. Golf Breeze and Navarre here on IrishBillSports.com. That ball fouled into foul territory. Taylor stays alive 0-2.
Good evening, everyone.
I don't know what that was, Marty, but
everything happens for good reason. Not really sure why, Bill, but we'll probably figure it out later.
Easier said than done.
I know. And I'm so proud of you for saying calm, cool, and collected. My guy. Natalia Taylor up to bat. Hot shot down to second base. Ooh. Nadia's going to score on that.
It's going to be a play. Yeah, there you go.
Put down. There you go. Safe. Outstanding.
Wait, great brace running right there by the Lady Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. Nadia Rivera was locked in, and she utilized that base running experience to her advantage, Bill.
And on the play, Addie Mobley goes down to third base. There's two down here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Navarre.
Good way to start the first inning, Bill. What a beautiful day it has been.
That brings Faith Rudy to the plate.
Always a good battle when Gulf Breeze comes down to Navarre, and vice versa when Navarre goes down to Gulf Breeze, basically in any sport.
In the preseason game, Gulf Breeze actually beat Navarre 1-0. So it was a pitcher's duel in the first meeting, a game that did not count. But we are 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Once again, sorry for the delay. We had some Wi-Fi issues up here. Had to reset the Wi-Fi, and I think we're good to go. So if you want to drop us a line on our live chat or YouTube chat, send your comments and let us know that the game is being seen wherever you are. And if you do, give us your name and where you're messaging from. We got the boys lacrosse team game going on behind us, or I should say match.
Yeah.
Swung on a miss by Rudy. She goes down on strikes. That's the end of one. And your score after the end of one is Navarre 1 and Gulf Breeze get ready to come up to bat for the second time. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Let's go.
Join Irish Bill and his cast of characters every Tuesday evening at 8 at Culver's of Navarre for Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, where they will give you their own twist on sports. On Wednesday nights, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show at Buffalo Wild Wings in Navarre, where you'll hear live interviews with Navarre coaches, players, managers, cheerleaders, and many more from Raider Nation. It doesn't stop there, as you can catch exciting Navarre Raider football on Friday nights, whether at home or on the road. Remember, your place for sports is none other than IrishBillSports.com or on YouTube at Irish Bill Sports Live 944.
This wind's a blowing, Marty.
Yes, it is. It feels good out here.
It does. It feels great. Another beautiful night here as we approach the end of March. Approaching the year anniversary of when my last day of work, March 31st last year. Gosh, how time flies, Marty.
Man, it does fly by. And we communicated about that earlier today. We do all the time, Bill, just to be more grateful for the things that we have and the time that we have with our loved ones, and also the community that we've developed a great relationship with. So
most definitely.
Gotta enjoy the time.
We head to the top of the second inning.
Kaylee Ashley in the circle. One.
Kennedy Kraft, Reese Blankenship, and Taylor Cohen. I think that's how you pronounce it. Keown. Marty looks like, what are you talking about?
Oh man, we and it's coming from two individuals that's seen a lot of last names.
That popped up, and Nice play by Rivera to come out and gather it in fair territory for out number 1.
Let's go Fives. But yeah, Bill, you and I, we've had the privilege and honor to know a lot of different people and see a lot of different last names. I've never seen that one
Cohen.
before.
Let's go with Cohen.
Yeah.
It's Keown.
Hopefully that's it.
And one out here in the top of the second. 1-0 Navarre here. Actually in the circle tonight for the Lady Raiders.
Kaylee just looks more and more comfortable and confident as we see her every other game.
Riddle got the win in the circle the other night against Choctaw, a 12-1 win on Wednesday night.
What a game.
Raiders improved to 7-4 on the season, 2-2 in district play. Fouled off at the plate is Reese Blankenship. Your defensive alignment from left to right, Trimmer, Riddle, and Mobley. Third to first by Rudy Sullivan and Taylor at first base. Ashley in the circle, Nadia Rivera behind the plate, and your designated player tonight for the Lady Raiders is number 24, Marilyn Brazil.
There are now 2 outs in this inning. We just had a dribbler out to the circle to Kaylee Ashley.
1-3 on the putout.
1-3 over to Tilly, Natalia Taylor.
Number 14, Taylor. We're going to go with Cohen. She takes the first pitch for ball 1.
I'm sure her parents will forgive us, if they happen to hear this.
I've made shambles of names in the past, and I'll probably continue to do it in the future. Ground ball over to Bye, and you could say bye-bye back to the bench, and we're out in order, 1, 2, 3.
Bye-bye.
Here in the second. We're going to the bottom of the second, and it's 1-0 Navarre here
Bye-bye.
on Irish Bill Sports. 944 live on YouTube, and irishbillsports.com is the website. We'll be right back after this break.
Quick inning.
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Welcome back to, we're actually in Bennett C. Stadium. We're on the top row of the football stadium looking down on the diamond.
We have the privilege tonight to once again have multiple sports going on at the same time.
Baseball down to our right. I'm not sure who they're playing tonight, but I think that was a JV game that just completed. And the varsity game getting ready to start here momentarily. Lacrosse going on behind us. It looks like the Raiders have a 9-2 lead as they venture down to the end of the first half.
Yes, they do.
They're taking on Fort Walton Beach tonight.
It is senior night for
what
the
a
lacrosse.
year that the lacrosse team is having so far.
Absolutely.
A couple of losses, one to Gulf Breeze and one to South Walton. Two powerhouses in the Panhandle in lacrosse.
Yeah, typically the win-loss column was switched up for the Raiders. They've turned it around this year from top to bottom. Great coaching.
I think they're 9-2 or 10-2 on the season.
I believe so. I can't remember the exact record.
The baseball team finally hitting the ball, hitting the rock down there the last couple of games. And your defensive alignment for Gulf Breeze, Gruber, Blankenship, and Sparkowski left to right. Stemkowski, Albertson, Ray, and Smith third to first. Jessica Yeager in the circle, and Taylor Cohn behind the plate. Your designated player is number 13, Kennedy Kraft. Up to the plate is Callie Trimmer, looking for her first hit on the season. Leadoff batter here in the second for the Lady Raiders. Fouled off into the screen.
The first foul that she hit came directly at us. Marcus Taylor and Julia Taylor.
I love those great reflexes you're there, yours there, Marty.
Well, it wasn't me. It was Marcus. He was right there, right underneath it. He almost caught it.
1-2 count.
The great parents of Natalia Taylor.
Nobody on here. And swung on in a half-hearted swing there. Actually, kind of a half cut. She's going to go down on strike swinging. Strikeout number 2 for Jaeger. J-A-G-A-R. Usually that's Jaeger. Let's go with Jaeger. Okay.
Man.
They're hitting me with some new ones tonight,
look,
Marty.
And that's hard to do, Bill. You've seen so many last names in your lifetime.
One out here in the second. 1-0 Navarre. Great base run and got the Raiders' first run into first.
Yeah.
After Nadia Rivera walked, she moved over to second on a sacrifice.
She was so calm out there running the base pads, Bill. It's like she was egging on for them to attempt a throw so she can go to the next base.
Swing and a miss
and it worked.
For Marilyn Frizzell. She falls behind 0-2. One down here in the second inning. Pitch out of the zone, 1-2.
That was high. Hard to throw 2-4 high pitch.
By in the on-deck circle. And that's off the plate for ball 2. That's going to even up at 2-2. That looked like he was ready to raise that right arm and call strike 3, but it was just off the plate.
It was right there, Bill.
Marty doing yeoman's work. He's got the camera tonight and my color analyst tonight. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Last 3 Raiders have gone down on strike swinging. And that's going to bring By to the plate.
By and Frizzell communicating after she stepped out of the batter's box. Like to see what's happening with the Navarre Raiders. The communication has leveled up for sure the last few weeks.
2 out, nobody on for the Lady Raiders here in the second, up 1-0. That pitch taken for ball 1.
Blakely By has looked more and more confident as we progress throughout the season.
She's looked confident at third base all year long.
Absolutely.
What a glove and an arm over there at third base for the Lady Raiders. Swung on and missed, evens the count up at 1-1.
Big cut by Blakely.
2 outs, nobody on for the Lady Raiders. 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Sorry for the delay getting on. Had some Wi-Fi issues.
Blakely showing bunt.
That pitch down low for ball 2. Taylor Sullivan in the on-deck circle. 2 out, nobody on. For the Raiders.
We communicated earlier in the season about hoping the bottom of the order would start swinging those bats a little better, and they're starting to do it.
They did in the last game against Choctaw.
Yes, they did.
Taylor Sullivan contributed 2 hits.
Absolutely.
15 hits in the ball game for the Lady Raiders. 10 runs in the last 2 innings. Kind of reminded us of our first 2 games here from Pace and Niceville.
Yes, sir.
Putting up multitude of runs in back-to-back innings.
Good
that
eye
pitch
by
gets
Blakely.
away for ball 4.
Good eye by Blakely.
She coaxes a walk from Jaeger. We have a 2-out base runner down there. Second walk issued by Jaeger.
Number 6, Taylor Sullivan coming up to bat.
See if she can keep that bat moving. By down at first base with the 2-out walk. Right down the heart of the plate. Strike 1. I'm having a hard time. The wind's blowing up here. The flag's hardly moving down to our right, but up here it's blowing.
Yeah,
and I'm having a hard time keeping my score sheet in place.
Ooh. She hold off on that one?
I didn't look like she held off, but he's going to give it to her.
She did.
That's going to even the count at 1-1. Hit back up the middle, just ahead of sliding By.
Blakely By.
So a fielder's choice. 4 or 6 on the put out. For out number 3. We're going to head to the top of the third. 1-0 Navarre. We'll be back after this break.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Welcome back to Navarre High School. We head to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Navarre here on this beautiful spring. We can call it spring now, Marty.
Yes, sir, it is. Official.
Officially spring.
It is officially
and
spring
that
now.
sun going down in the west is another beautiful creation of the man upstairs.
That's right, Bill. That is right.
We're going to head. I think we're down at the bottom of the order. Yep. Ava Gruber to the plate. Swung on and missed. Ashley finding her groove here early on.
Yes, she is. Her confidence never wavers, no matter what. There was 2 walks, I believe, in the first inning, and she got everything back together.
Popped up on the infield, and she's jamming a lot of the hitters.
Yes, she is.
And Faith Rudy has a little trouble with that one, but she is able to do the one-handed scoop catch. For out number 1, we head back to the top of the order. Alberson, she flew out to right field in her first at bat. 1 down here in the third. The game's moving along rather quickly.
Absolutely.
That ball lined to our first hit of the ball game. Alberson goes to right field on the first pitch.
Basically went straight to Addie Mobley.
That is our first hit of the game for either team. And that's going to bring the pitcher. This is Jagger. Okay, there we go. I just got it from the public address. Jagger. Okay. We got 1 down there, Marty.
Only 1 more. I think everything else is pretty good. We got a whole lot of skis, too, in this lineup.
Off the plate, ball 2. Nicely placed bunt. Infield hit. For Yager. That was beautiful placed.
Yeah, it looked like Blakely had an opportunity to make the play on it. Lost her footing. It's okay. She kept it in front of her.
1 down, 2 on here for the Gulf Breeze Lady Dolphins here in the top of the third. 1-0 Navarre. Strike 1 taken. Summer Smith.
Beautiful pitch by Ashley.
She walked in her first at bat. 1 of 2 walks issued by Ashley in the first inning. Both left-stranded. Swung on and missed.
Nice off-speed pitch by Kaylee.
0-2. Quickly gets ahead of the hitter.
Absolutely love her competitive spirit.
The lefty. Strike 3 call, looking. And she threw an inside corner pitch, and Smith says, where was that pitch at?
It seems like any time Kaylee gets into a pickle, man, her her competitive spirit just comes out, Bill. That confidence just goes up another level. It's good to see.
Ashlyn Simkowski coming to the plate. Fouled off, 0-1. Runner still at first and second. Ball gets away from Rivera, and it has to be a short pitch to get by Nadia. She doesn't allow a whole lot of them to get by.
Yeah,
both runners going to move up to second and third on the wild pitch.
Still not in a bad spot.
1-1 count.
Let's go ones.
Nice play by Sullivan. She gathers herself on over to first base. Two more runners left stranded for the Lady Dolphins. We're going to head to the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 Navarre.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Rick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you.
We'll get back to the rest of that song as we're ready for action here in the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Navarre. Irish Bills. And I wasn't going to say Seminole Bob, but you look nothing like Seminole Bob, Marty.
Absolutely not. We're about the same height.
Yeah, you are. Both about the same height. But Marty Wilson with me tonight and all season here on IrishBillSports.com.
Bill, I would have to say I think I have a better tan than Bob.
Yeah, you've been laying out a lot this spring.
And that sun, buddy. I got to get it.
I guess that's probably all that yard work we've been doing. Swung on a miss on the first pitch to Rivera. Back to the top of the order for the Lady Raiders.
Let's go fives.
The 0-1 pitch to Nadia. Lined in at center field. Gets by the center fielder. And you know Rivera's going into second standing up.
Absolutely.
It's a single and an error for Rivera, the first hit of the game for the Lady Raiders.
She's seen it really well, Bill. Great contact.
And most importantly, she gets into second base and gets into scoring position.
For Carson Riddle up to bat.
I mean, looking at the batting averages here for the Lady Raiders. I'll get to those here in a second. Riddle takes that pitch for strike one.
Love the patience we're seeing from the batters early on in the game from Navarre.
Leadoff base runner out at second. Nadia Rivera single to center. Takes second on the error by the center fielder. Riddle squares around the bump. Probably will pull it back. Swung on a miss. Strike two.
Any hit right here, Nadia's probably going to score.
Yeah, outfield's in a little bit shallow. That gets away, and Rivera's going to take third base on the wild pitch.
I love the aggressiveness by fives.
Base running garnered them their first run tonight, Marty.
Man, I'm telling you, once she gets on the base pads, it's a nightmare for the pitcher.
And you know if that ball gets by the catcher, Nadia will be home.
Absolutely.
1-2 count on Riddle. Trying to put the ball in play. Swung on and missed. Strike three.
Keep your head up, Carson. We're still in a good situation.
Forced strikeout issued by Yager. That's going to bring Addie Mobley to the plate.
The lefty with a whole lot of speed.
Mobley batting .293 on the season. Natalia Taylor, the leading hitter, at .472. Ashley at .429 and Nadia Rivera at .412.
Ooh.
That ball hit into that. That's going to bring in the second run of the night on the RBI by Mobley.
Addie Mobley. Outstanding job by the Lady Raiders.
And that is her 10th RBI on the season. 2 hits here in the inning for the Lady Raiders.
The only spot in the outfield that was vacated by Gulf Breeze, Addie dropped it right in there.
So the key getting that leadoff base runner on, and she's come around to score both times, Marty. Line back up the middle. There's back-to-back hits. Third hit of the inning for the Lady Raiders.
Natalia Taylor.
That's going to move runners to first and second. Still only one down.
What are the chances she can bat 500 this season, Bill? She's creeping up there.
Well, with that at bat, that now makes her, let's see here, 18 of 37. So she's just a shade under 500 right now.
Barely under.
3 hits in the inning for the Lady Raiders. And that's going to require a trip from the bench of Gulf Breeze out to the circle to talk to her lefty pitcher.
Yeah.
And a 2-0 Raider lead here with runners on first and second.
Good decision by the Gulf Breeze managers. You give up a few hits in a row, start to get in the head of the pitcher. You want to make sure you go out, keep her calm.
Still only one down here in the bottom of the third. But once again, I apologize for getting on a little late. We had some Wi-Fi issues, but somehow, I don't know if I figured it out or just Mother Nature took over. I just sometimes I've been doing this for a long time, Marty, and it just some nights it just surprises me. I just learned to just turn things off, turn them back on, and somehow they end up working.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't explain it.
They're just underway in the second half of the lacrosse game between Fort Walton Beach and Navarre. It's 10-2 Navarre on top. Navarre in their white jerseys tonight, uniforms.
Yeah, it is senior night for Navarre, the lacrosse team. They are extremely young. Most of the team is sophomores and freshmen.
That's going to bring Faith Rudy to the plate.
Let's go, Faith.
Runners at first and second. Trying to move these runners over. Still only one down here in the third. 2-0 Navarre.
Great spot for the Lady Raiders right here.
Riddle out actually Mobley out at second. Taylor down at first. Navarre Rivera in for the second time tonight. Square around the bunt, and she falls it back into the screen, 0-1. So the Raiders, they get back on the board here. They did, 11-2 now. Riddle went down on strikes earlier in the inning. Rudy holds her swing there.
Good eye.
Evens the count at 1-1.
Good eye, 10.
Does a stellar job at shortstop for the Lady Raiders. Went in on the defensive end. The 1-1 pitch. Right at the letters for strike 2. 1-2 count.
They've consistently made pitchers work this year. I like the patience of the batters, even when it's something right down the middle. They're sticking to the game plan.
The 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2.
Good eye. Good eye. Good eye, Faith.
Mobley out at second. Taylor down at first base.
Bill, it's been about 2.5 weeks since we've done a game, huh?
Smith making defensive alignment changes. Looks like they're ready to go. 2-2 count on Rudy. Strike 3 called for out number 2. 5th strikeout of the game for Yager. That's going to bring Callie Trimmer to the plate. Callie looking for her first hit of the season. Brought up from the JV game, just from the JV team just a couple games ago.
This will be a great situation to get that first hit of the season. Got some elite speed at second right now.
Off the plate, ball one.
Addie Mobley getting a big lead on second base.
Bottom of the third, 2-0 Navarre. 3 hits in the inning for the Lady Raiders. Fouled off into the screen. 1-1.
Good cut right there.
Tremor wears number 28. Kind of a low. She crouches down from the left side, and she swings right through that pitch. 1-2 on
Yes.
Tremor.
She's been underneath most of the pitches that she swung at so far in the first few innings.
Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 6
Underneath that one as well.
for Yager. We're going to head to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Navarre as they tackle a run on 3 hits. 2 runners left. And we're going to head to the fourth. 2-0 Navarre. We'll be back after this.
The hustle isn't named after anyone. Not after a designer. Definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The hustle is real. The hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com, and I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed.
Back here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium, we're on the top row of the visitor side. The Lady Raiders hosting their rivals to the west, the Gulf Breeze Lady Dolphins, who come in this game at 8-7, Navarre 7-4. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, Marty. A great road trip, 3-1 over in Mississippi, and come back and get the win on the road at Choctaw on Wednesday night. So they've been road warriors this season, 6-1 on the season.
We want to see that translate to the home games as well, and it looks like they are so far right now in the game. Kaylee Ashley came out very confident, and the entire lineup has been patient while waiting on the pitches they want to see to hit. And we've got a couple of runs in, manufactured by the hits.
Jalen Ray into the batter's box. Takes the first pitch, ball 1. She pops this one up on the infield. Natalia says, I got it, as it drifts into foul territory for out number 1.
I believe that's the second pop fly to Natalia tonight. Kaylee is in control, man. She's jamming them up just like you said, Bill. A lot of pop flies tonight.
Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pop-ups. Off the plate, ball 1.
Ashley's shown great control tonight.
Kennedy Kraft to the plate. She fouled out to Rivera in her last at bat. Nice play by Nadia. Hit over to short. That's going to give her an infield hit because she wouldn't have had to throw on that, even if that's going to be an infield hit for Kraft.
Faith did a good job of keeping that in front of her. I know she wanted to make a play, but good job by stopping that in the infield. Keeping the run at first.
The speedy Kraft gets down to first base. That's going to bring Reese Blankenship to the plate, who grounded back to the pitcher.
Good
nice
play.
scoop.
Great play
over there by Taylor Sullivan. Flashing some leather over there. The sack bunt over 2. Moves the runner. Kraft over to second base, but what a play by Taylor Sullivan.
There was no hesitation at all either, Bill. You could tell these ladies are on the same page. They're communicating effectively. It's awesome to see.
5-4 on the putout at first base for out number 2. That's a sack. Their first pitch taken for strike 1.
Way to frame that pitch by Fives behind the plate, Nadia Rivera.
Runner moves over to second base. Popped up into right field. Underneath it is Mobley for out number 3. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Raiders on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. Irish Bill Sports Live 944. And we're going to head out for commercial break, and we'll be right back.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. The buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, 356, or call us at 850-396-0322.
Just give me that countryside. New York is where I'd rather. I can't do that like Bob, Marty. That's you. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. That's Doors. Fresh air. Times Square. By city life. In acres, we are there. Bump. You probably wonder why we do that song. That is just some song we came up with about 3 or 4 years ago. It's just kind of a catchy tune. I like the old TV shows and some of the music that they played, and that's what we go with. That's our song, Green Acres. The pitch down low to Marilyn Frizzell for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 4, 2-0 Navarre. Excellent effort so far by Kaylee Ashley in the circle for the Lady Raiders to hold the Gulf Breeze at bay. Ball 2 as it gets away from the catcher. I tell you, Marty, I was hoping for a change of pace out of my Chicago White Sox going into that pitch. That pitch. Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
Hey, she needs to get back. Nice hit to right field by Marilyn Frizzell.
Let's go, Marilyn.
Leadoff runner is on.
Good job, Marilyn. Way to get on.
They had a chance to get her at first base. A sharply hit ball to right field. I'm going to give her a single on that one, even though if a good throw might have had her at first base.
I agree with you, Bill Hamill.
That's going to bring Blakely by to the plate. She grounded out 4-6 on the fielders. Actually, she was forced out at second base after reaching on a walk. She awaits the 1-0 pitch. Squares the bunt. Back to the pitcher. Throw's going to go to first base for out number 1. But that moves Frizzell over to second base and into scoring position.
Way to be selfless, Blakely Bye.
1-3 on the putout at first base, a sack.
Good job getting the runner over to second.
That's going to bring Taylor Sullivan to the plate. What a great defensive play by Taylor to dig that ball out of the dirt at first base to end the top of the 4th. She takes that pitch for strike 1. Frizzell out at second base. Then we head back to the top of the order in Rivera. Foul back, 0-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, a quick special announcement. If you are in the parking lot and you are not in a designated parking spot, you have 10 minutes to move your vehicle. You will be ticketed for
Well, I'm like almost down on 87.
Same here. I'm way down in front of the field house for the football players.
Wow, the Raiders are stretching their lead out over here, 13-3 behind us.
That lacrosse team is very talented, Bill.
And Sullivan goes down on strikes for out number 2. 7th strikeout on the night for Yager. We head back to the top of the order.
Nadia Rivera, 5s.
1-for-1 officially with a walk and a single. And 2 runs scored. The Raiders only 2 runs. That pitch up high, and she may not want to pitch to her, Marty.
Hey, look, you got first base open, but, I mean, you got Carson Riddle behind her, so the top of the order is loaded.
Choose your poison, I say.
Yes.
The 1-0 count, fouled off, back into the screen.
Nadia. Big cut.
1-1.
She is currently seeing the ball very, very well, Bill Hemmel.
That she is. Batting .412 on the season. That will increase with that pitch high. Delay run by Marilyn Frizzell, but she does get into third base safely.
That's huge.
That pitch gets away from the catcher. Cohen.
Good base running.
2-1 count on Rivera, with Frizzell now over at third base. NCAA tournament going back. March Madness continuing tonight. Big Ten showing up, Marty. That pitch up high, 3-1. Great eye there by Rivera. Big Ten with 3 teams into the Elite 8 already.
Ooh.
Iowa, Purdue, and Illinois.
I like Purdue out of the 3, to be honest.
I like Purdue as well, but Illinois' got a lot of size.
No, they do.
3-1 count on Rivera, trying to get that runner in from third. She takes that in there for strike 2 called. That's going to run the count full.
That looked a little low to me, Bill. But Nadia has done well in these situations this season.
And the 3 periods behind us. In the lacrosse, the Raiders up 13-3 on Fort Walton Beach. That ball hit out to right. Into foul territory. The count remained full.
Ooh, if that would have been fair, it could have been trouble.
And I guess there's news coming down, Marty, that UWF may be taking the high road,
Bill.
the high road
Man.
into the UAC.
I remember 3 years ago we were, communicating a lot about that possibility. People thought I was crazy, Bill.
And now they might rejoin a couple of their old Gulf South Conference teams. That ball lined into the gap. That's going to bring in the run. And Rivera heads into second standing, and an RBI double to left field. The Raiders up 3-0.
Let's go,
She tagged that one, Marty.
Nadia is on fire, Bill Hamill. To have a batter like that.
You know what it reminds me of, Marty?
What's that?
It reminds me of the year that Barry Bonds hit 73 home run. Not saying production-wise as far as home runs, but if the ball was in the strike zone, he was hitting it.
Yeah, and he said that a lot. You know, he just turned his bat into a catcher's mitt. And that's basically what Naughty has been doing the last few games.
So Frizzell comes in to score run number 3. 3-0 Navarre.
Big cut by Carson Riddle.
0-1 count on Riddle.
Carson is a phenomenal
Nadia ripped that one.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't even have time to take my next breath, and that ball was already to the fence. 2-0 count. Actually, the first pitch was a ball.
Good eye for.
So it's 2-0 on Riddle.
Carson Riddle coming from the legendary Riddle family.
3-0 Navarre as they've tacked on runs first, third, and fourth innings. Single run in both.
Good eye by Carson. Good stop by the catcher.
Golf Breeze played earlier in the week. They a 4-2 setback to Pace. That's a very solid performance.
Really?
Considering Pace is a number 18 team in the country right now.
Yeah, that's
number 2 team in the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
That ball lined into right. It's going all the way to the fence. That's going to bring in run number 4. Riddle heading to second.
Let's go, Carson.
And she's going to be into third base sliding. And the Raiders up 4-0.
Let's go. Let's go, 4.
A triple to right center field for Riddle. And the Raiders opening up the 4-run lead.
The passion, the energy is phenomenal. Outstanding hit by Carson Riddle.
Rivera scores her 3rd run of the night.
This damage done with 2 outs, Bill.
All done with 2 outs.
Definition
that was
of
key
clutch.
getting into the top, back to the top of the order there, Marty.
Absolutely.
With Frizzell, the leadoff single.
Yep.
3 hits in the inning.
That's why you can never underestimate hustle.
6 hits on the night for the Lady Raiders.
Frizzell got down the first base line, got to first as soon as she could, kept the inning alive. Nadia came up with a big hit.
Another goal for the lacrosse team as they're up 14-3 now. Baseball team just underway over here.
Actually, Fort Walton scored. It's 13-4 Navarre.
13-4, okay. That's right, they switched ends of the field.
Yeah.
Second half. That's going to bring Mobley to the plate.
She had a nice hit to center field the last time she was at bat. Got a run home. See if she can do the same thing here, Bill.
Back-to-back innings of 3 hit innings for the Lady Raiders.
We communicated briefly earlier in the
Corey
season.
Mayer checking in, said nice hit.
What's going on,
Hey,
Corey?
Corey.
What's up, big dog? Hey,
Tell him who Corey is, Marty.
So Corey Mayer is one of our teammates with Legacy Athletics. He's an IT guy. His children have trained with us for a couple of years now. Alex and his daughter Savannah that goes to UWF. Anyway, Corey's done a phenomenal job utilizing the internet to build a website for us and an app. He's doing so many crucial things behind the scenes. Corey, we are grateful for you, brother.
Thanks, Corey, for checking in. We got that tour of the new high school last week. Thank you to Principal Winfielder for showing Legacy around their new digs over there on Highway 98. 0-2 count. Hit back to second base. 4-3 on the putout for out number 3. But the Raiders get 2 more on the board here in the 4th, and we're heading to the 5th. It's 4-0 Navarre.
Clutch hitting by the Lady Raiders. Bottom of the 4th.
Join Irish Bill and his cast of characters every Tuesday evening at 8 at Culver's of Navarre for Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, where they will give you their own twist on sports. On Wednesday nights, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show at Buffalo Wild Wings in Navarre, where you'll hear live interviews with Navarre coaches, players, managers, cheerleaders, and many more from Raider Nation. It doesn't stop there, as you can catch exciting Navarre Raider football on Friday nights, whether at home or on the road. Remember, your place for sports is none other than IrishBillSports.com or on YouTube at Irish Bill Sports Live 944.
So I hope the broadcast is going there well for you, Corey. This is our first year doing softball under Irish Bill Sports. I did a few games years ago under jockjive.com. It's been quite a while, Marty, since I did softball, but just like riding a bike, you just get right back on and it comes right back to you.
I'll tell you what, Bill, if you didn't tell me those facts and that information, I would have never known with how smooth everything has started this year with softball. I'm just grateful to be here with the opportunity to call the games with you and get my experience level up.
4-0 Navarre. We head to the top of the fifth. And we're at the bottom of the lineup for the Gulf Breeze. Ava Gruber, then back to the top of the order at Alberson and Yager. 4-0 Navarre here in the top of the fifth. The ball lined back up, just off the glove. Great effort there by Sullivan.
Absolutely.
Fourth hit of the game for the Lady Dolphins on a hit back up the middle.
She reminded me a little of Nene Hester with that dive at second.
Fourth hit of the game for Gulf Breeze. The leadoff batter on. We hit back to the top of the order. Alberson 1 for 2 on the night. Flew to right in the first inning. Flew and singled to right in her second at bat in the third. That ball hit out to left field.
Can of corn right there.
See who we got out there. Is that number? Should be Tremor still.
That's Tremor.
So
got Addie Mobley in right field, Carson Riddle in center.
So F7. She's coaxing a lot of flyouts there, Marty. I think that's the 9th one already tonight.
Yeah, that has to be intentional. Kaylee actually has performed really well at pitcher this year, but she's getting better and better as we go throughout the season.
4-0 Navarre. Off-speed pitch. Taken for ball 1. Evens the count up at 1-1 on Yager. She singled in her last bat. 1 for 2 on the night. Swung on a miss. Strike 2.
I really love how the manager, Coach Jacqueline Otani for Navarre, has developed the talent throughout the season, Bill. You can really see her vision coming into play the more and more we see this team.
And the confidence at the plate. That ball's popped up. Rivera calls it. And she does not come up with it, so the count will remain 1-2.
Her and Blakely were we're pretty close to running into one another. I believe that's why Nadia slowed down.
Well, I have to tell you, if Rivera can't get to it, nobody's getting to it.
Yeah, no, she was there. She slowed down because Blakely was coming as well. I just think they wanted to protect each other.
She took her eye off it a little bit, I think.
Yep.
High ball 2, evens count up. Nadia will tell you 9 times out of 10 she's gonna get that, or 99 times out of 100.
You are right.
That ball hit out in the gap. Off the fence, a one-hopper off the fence. Going to get the ball in quickly. And it's a double to right field for Yager. Now put runners at second and third.
Outstanding defensive play by Addie Mobley out there in right field. She played that perfectly. Probably saved a run, Bill.
Puts runners on second and third with 1 down here in the top of the fifth.
You don't like to see a drop on the play before that lead to this, but I think this is a great play for experience for Navarre, especially for this playoff run they're going to make.
5th hit of the game for the Lady Dolphins. That brings Summer Smith to the plate. Walked and struck out, 0 for 1 officially. She takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Our brother Chief Christopher Kendall just arrived up top.
Got to meet his dad.
Yes, we did.
Tonight, Bill.
Mr. Bill Kendall.
From Illinois, Quad Cities area.
If you don't know the Kendall family, they are special.
They were around there. Their older daughter was a quarterback for the Lady Raiders football team, flag football team a couple of years ago.
Yes.
That pitch taken for strike 2. A big strikeout if Ashley can get it right here. Runners on second and third. 4-0 Navarre, but Gulf Breeze knocking on the door here in the 5th. Hit the third base.
Good play by Blakely.
Out at first base. What a play by, but that brings the runner in. RBI ground out, and Dolphins are on the board.
This
So,
is in my
way to
opinion,
stay with it there.
in my opinion, this is a really good learning situation to take down the line for the rest of the season for Navarre.
Gruber comes in to score the first run of the night for Gulf Breeze. That pitch fouled up to against the fence of the baseball field, 0-1.
Gulf Breeze finally starting to get some live bats here in the top of the fifth.
See if we can get you some basketball scores here. Fouled off, 0-2. See if the Raiders can keep down to just one run here in the inning. Runner at third base, 2 down. Give her that pitch fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Let's see here. Duke losing to St. John's in the second quarter, 48-44. Michigan up on Alabama, 46-41. Also, that one's in the first half with about 2 minutes to go. 46-41 Michigan.
High scoring contest right there.
48-44 St. John's.
Nice off-speed pitch by Ashley. Way to cover Taylor Sullivan.
Ah,
No? Is she safe?
infield hit.
Wow.
It's going to bring in run number 2.
Man. That was a really close play. That was bang bang at first. Once again, I would like to tell the Blue, hey, we have some video footage up here, if necessary. We can run that replay back for you. Got some baseball players behind you, Bill. Just mentioned the same thing. Can we call for the instant replay?
We got it. I know they're going to that automated ball and strike in Major League Baseball. Maybe we should do that here.
That's gonna be interesting. I know a lot of the old school traditional baseball fans aren't a huge fan of that, but as technology gets better and better, I'm sure we're going to start seeing that in all sports.
Puts a runner down at first base is Stemkowski. We're going to Jalen Ray to the plate. 0 for 2 on the night. 4-2 Navarre as the Lady Dolphins have plated 2 runs here in the 5th. Cut the lead in half. Ray takes the first one for ball 1.
Oh, big
Swung
cut.
on a miss. Throw down to first. Just back in ahead of the throw. Great throw there by Rivera. Taylor put the tag, but the runner was back in safely.
Good work by Fives, staying alive behind the plate. She's got a rocket attached to that shoulder.
Yeah, it's registered with the FBI as a lethal weapon. Pitch taken for strike 2, 1-2 count. Ashley looking for the strikeout. In safely with the stolen base is Stemkowski. Pitch is taken for ball 2. 2 outs, 2-2 count. 2s are wild here in the top of the 5th. That ball hit out into short left field. It's going to bring in run number 3 on the 2-out hit by Ray. It's 4-3. RBI for Ray. A 3-run inning for the Lady Dolphins here in the top of the 5th. And they're going to have a meeting in the circle, Marty.
Yeah, typically in these situations that I've noticed with Kaylee Ashley this year, she's come out of these meetings determined to get through it. So I'm very confident that Ones is going to get it done. Coach Jackie always with that cool demeanor. She's all about business, headed back to the home team dugout.
4-3. Here's your score here in the top of the 5th. 3 runs on.
The communication tonight for the Lady Raiders has been phenomenal. Let's
4
see-
hits here in the 5th.
Let's see how we perform coming out of the meeting.
Ball 1 taken.
As always, whenever we have any battles between Navarre and Gulf Breeze, you can't count anyone out. Oh, she's out.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. That was right on the bag.
Man, from my spot right here, Bill. Julia Taylor up here letting that blue know.
2-0 count. Ashley needs to dig deep here. 2-1.
Blakely by hustling to get to that one. Wow, that was a tough call at first base, Bill.
St. John's with a 9-point lead now up on Duke, 53-44. Swung on and missed. Fouled at the plate, 2-2.
Let's go ones.
And Michigan and Alabama tied at 47 with 46 seconds to go in the first half.
High scoring game right there.
Michigan State, UConn, and Tennessee, Iowa State to follow. Swung on. She swung at that one.
Good job.
We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Not before the Lady Dolphins get 3 runs on 4 hits, leave 1 runner stranded. And after 4.5, it's 4-3 Navarre on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, and making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-3 Navarre. Natalia Taylor leading off here in the bottom of the 5th, looking for her 2nd jack of the year. That pitch up high, ball 1. If she gets a good pitch to hit here.
Like we typically see with Natalia, she doesn't get a whole lot to hit. But when she does, batting dang near 500 on the season.
18 for 37.
Ooh.
Swung on a miss on the high pitch.
Big swing.
We felt that one up here, Marty.
Yeah, we did.
The breeze increased by like 15 miles an hour.
The power of Natalia Taylor on full display.
Headed off to Alabama State next year.
Yes, she is.
Foul back. She
Good
likes
job.
those high pitches.
Yes, she does.
Going to play for the Hornets of Alabama State.
Man. Good culture down there.
Just down the road from Huntington College.
Good culture down there.
Montgomery, Alabama. 1-2 count on Taylor.
Ooh.
Swung on a miss, another high pitch.
Rare strikeout for Natalia, but she was very aggressive at that at-bat. Seems like she wanted to do some damage, get a run back.
Faith Rudy to the plate. Got 2 lefties going tonight, Marty. The battle of the southpaw.
I think that's the first time we've seen that this year, Bill.
Yeah. Did somebody call time, or was the music? Was it because the music was still playing?
Maybe.
First pitch to Rudy. Pitch up high, ball 1.
Yeah, the blue looked up at the booth behind him, was like, what's going on back here?
1-0 count on Rudy. Rudy.
Nice.
Down the right field. It's going to fall for a fair ball. It's down the line. Rudy stretches it into double. And
Going 3.
they're going to have a play at third, and she's in safely with a triple.
Let's go, Faith.
It landed right on the line.
Yeah, that was a perfect hit. Great ball placement.
And Rudy hustles on over into third base.
Great swing. Also, really good base running by Faith Rudy.
She took the outside pitch down the first baseline. And, I mean, Marty, it landed right on the chalk.
Yes, it did. You feel for the right fielder in that situation. It was tough.
Because the right-handed batter, the ball is curving away from the outfielder. That pitch taken for strike 1.
Yes, it is.
Callie Tremor still looking for her first hit on the season.
It's be a great time to get one, Bill.
Get that runner in from third base.
Yes, sir. At least a sacrifice.
Get one of
fly.
those runs back.
Faith has.
Swung on and missed on the strike. Right down the heart of the plate. Right down Main Street.
Great response by the Lady Raiders here in the bottom of the 5th.
7 hits for both teams. Navarre 4-7-0. Gulf Breeze 3-7-1. The 0-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Yager. Brazell singled in her last at bat. 1 for 2. Came around to score run number 3 for Navarre.
We would like to see Frizzell take one down the left field line this time.
She of the large strike zone.
Absolutely.
Swung on and missed. A little late on that swing.
Big cut, though. Let's go, Maryland.
Rudy down at third base with that 1-out triple to right field.
You got this. 2-4.
Off the plate. Inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Good eye there by Maryland.
Yes, it is.
Alabama up 2. 6 seconds to go in the first half on Michigan. That pitch off the plate. 2-1.
That was high.
St. John's with a 6-point lead with 12:35 to go in the second half. 57-51 over Duke. Two-one count to Frizzell. Line back up the middle. That was a shot.
That young lady has some power.
That was a shot. Raiders get one back here in the bottom of the 5th.
Hey,
Second
Bill,
hit of the night for Frizzell.
This lineup was looking more and more dangerous every single game.
RBI for Frizzell, and the Raiders up 5-3.
Hey, we had a shout out we wanted to give tonight.
Yes, we did. Thanks for reminding me.
Who we got?
I'll get to it here in a second. Our good friend we visited earlier this afternoon, Mr. Damon Wright, the father of Dante, Devin, and Jade Wright. The next big superstar Wright family member, Jade, the sophomore at Navarre, playing. She's running track right now. That pitch taken for strike 1.
That is one special family.
Indeed. And Dante gets his first IFL touchdown this past weekend.
He was weaving in and out of traffic like he was playing youth football.
And didn't even use his turning signal. They should have ticketed him. Swung on and missed strike 2. But we're used to seeing that out of Dante.
Yes, we are. That young man is one of the best high school football players I've ever seen in person.
Uber talented.
Yes, sir.
0-2 count on by. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
All right, we got one back.
Raiders get one back. 10 strikeouts now for Yager. We're going to head to the 6th inning, 5-3 Navarre. 1 run on 2 hits. A big 2-out hit there by Marilyn Frizzell. And after 5 complete, 5-3 Navarre.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a quick reminder,
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
It looks like the lacrosse match has come to an end. The Raiders garner another victory, 16-5 over Fort Walton Beach. I believe that's their 10th or 11th win on the season. Our good friend Joe over there in
Joe
the booth
Hepper.
calling the game on YouTube.
Antonio Barranca as well. Those two have done a great job of
Both of them have freshman sons on the lacrosse varsity team.
Yep. They've been in the Navarre community developing lacrosse for a few years now, and it's exciting to see the elevation of lacrosse in our area.
We head to the top of the 6th, 5-3 Navarre. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Gulf Breeze 3-7-1. Some say, Bill, there might be a couple errors. I give the hitter the benefit of the doubt. Both sides, it doesn't matter. They work hard to get where they're at. So I give them the benefit of the doubt. First pitch foul back for 0-1.
Big swing by 7.
These ladies work hard here.
It is all earned for sure.
Blankenship, Cone, and Gruber here in the 6th. That pitch off the plate evens the count up at 1-1.
A little bit outside for Gruber.
They're at the actually they're not at the half yet. Alabama trailing 49. Nice play over there. Short to first.
By Faith Rudy.
Rudy to Taylor for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. 6-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. That brings Taylor Cohen to the plate.
Rudy.
The backstop for the Gulf Breeze Lady Dolphins. That pitch, off-speed pitch up high, 1-0. (5-3) Navarre here in the top of the 6th. Popped up on the infield. Taylor may have some room, but I don't think she's got enough air time out of that ball to get over there to get it. But the count goes 1-1.
Way to hustle by her and Addie Mobley, and also Taylor Sullivan coming in from second. Total team effort on that.
Tell you, been very impressed with the Lady Raiders defense here in 26.
For sure.
All nine positions.
I'll tell you what, that's why, I haven't been surprised with the success on the road because defense travels.
You're right.
And if you can get hot with those bats, anything is possible.
You know that being a Bulldog fan.
Yes, sir.
Strong defenses you've had over the years. That ball popped back, and it's going to be 2-2. I'm already a big Georgia Bulldog fan. I'm a Irish football fan here myself.
Yeah, I'm basically everything Georgia.
Yeah.
Braves, Hawks.
Popped out into right field. Underneath it is Mobley for out number 2. 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
It's pretty cool to have the defensive situation for the Raiders. With her and Carson Riddle out in center, you basically have 2 center fielders out there at all times.
With great arms as well.
And they got range. Range, speed, great arms. Super intelligent.
Home on the range with the deer and the antelope play. Oh, that's the wrong range, huh? That ball popped up out of play. 0-1.
You slam dunk every single alley-oop I've gave you tonight, Bill. Man.
I love those Capital One commercials.
Yeah, you gotta
especially with Charles, Sir Charles. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Allie.
Allie who?
Alley-oop, you've just been dunked on. 1-1 count on Gruber. 1 for 2 on the night. Nobody on.
Nice pitch.
Off-speed pitch outside, ball 2.
Oh, my goodness. That one looked pretty good to me, Bill. Oh, my
Looked
God.
good for me up here.
Wow.
That ball lined out of play. 2-2. Back of the order after Gruber. Alberson on deck. 5-3 Navarre here in the top of the 6th. Ashley with the 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Count remains 2-2.
Man, looked like she missed that one from up here. But
Raiders with 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. And the Dolphins with 3 in the top of the 5th. That's where we stand, 5-3 Navarre. That pitch just off the plate and a little low. It's going to run the count full. Not according to the Navarre faithful over here to our left. Step on the bag,
Tilly.
3 unassisted. Raiders out in the top of the 6th on a 1-2-3 inning. That's
go,
what they
Tilly.
needed after that 5th inning, Marty. And we're going
Let's
to head to
go,
the bottom of the
Tilly.
6th, where it is 5-3 Navarre.
Great team.
Join Irish Bill and his cast of characters every Tuesday evening at 8 at Culver's of Navarre for Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, where they will give you their own twist on sports. And on Wednesday nights, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show at Buffalo Wild Wings in Navarre, where you'll hear live interviews with Navarre coaches, players, managers, cheerleaders, and many more from Raider Nation. It doesn't stop there, as you can catch exciting Navarre Raider football on Friday nights, whether at home or on the road. Remember, your place for sports is none other than IrishBillSports.com or on YouTube at Irish Bill Sports Live 944.
Sullivan leading off here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-3 Raiders.
Ooh. Big cut by Taylor.
It's 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Great to see the explosiveness
Rivera on deck.
from Taylor Sullivan.
0-1 count. Swung on a missed on the high pitch, 0-2.
Another big swing.
I like to see those even though the pitch is out of the zone, they're taking some pretty hardy cuts there, Marty.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Bill.
The 0-2 pitch. Popped up into right field. Back is the right fielder. And underneath it is Barkowski for out number 1. We head back to the top of the order, and Rivera with Riddle in the on-deck circle.
We haven't had an opportunity to communicate about what Nadia was able to do her last game. Bill, you want to expand on that?
Yes, Nadia Rivera. The Raiders were down 1-0 early. Got single runs, and then came back, took a 2-1 lead heading to the 6th, and then he scored 5 in the 6th and 5 in the 7th. But Rivera hit for the cycle, which is very rare in baseball and even more rare in softball. That pitch up high for ball 1.
Have you ever seen it done in softball, Bill?
I have not.
I have not either.
So a double in her first at bat, a home run in her second at bat, her first of the year, and then a single in her fourth at bat. It reached down an air, which could have been a base hit, and then tripled in the 7th inning to complete the cycle. 2-0 on Rivera with Riddle in the on-deck circle. That pitch up high, and she's probably not going to get a pitch to hit her, Marty.
Yeah, I mean, as we get deeper into the season, it's going to be hard to give her anything, especially leading off the way she's been doing.
3-0 count on Rivera.
Fives is locked in.
Ball 4. She's reached base all 4 times.
It's been happening a lot lately, Bill.
2 walks, 2 hits. On base percentage is really rising there.
Starting to creep up. Especially with the young lady that she has batting behind her, Carson Riddle.
Riddle was the team's leading hitter last year in 2025.
She is extremely
She
talented.
batted .418 last year. Had 38 hits and 91 plate appearances last year.
Yeah, that her and her sister, that Riddle family, has produced some big-time athletes.
Yeah, .418 for the season. Wow. We haven't seen the power out of the Raiders this year, but their bats are starting to heat up in the right part of the season, Marty.
Yeah, I think the power is going to come along with it. You know, sometimes if you're not hitting the ball well, you kind of hesitate a little bit. Once that confidence starts to rise, you know, you'll see some big-time cuts like we've been seeing tonight consistently throughout the lineup.
That's 6 straight pitches out of the zone from Yager. That pitch up high, make it 7 in a row. And to quote my good friend in Major League, how can you lay off pitches that good? Bob Euchre. That pitch taken for strike 1.
Carson.
Ball 8. Ball 12. That's one of my favorite sports movies, Major League.
For sure.
3-1 count on Riddle. With Rivera down at first base. That pitch inside for ball 4. Runners on first and second, and the heart of the order is up for the Raiders. That's going to bring Addie Mobley to the plate.
We're looking to get some insurance runs right here in the bottom of the 6th.
Rivera moves down to second base.
Yeah, and the thing about Nadia and Carson being on base at the same time is that speed, Bill. That speed can be a little intimidating as a pitcher.
Still only 1 down here in the 6th. 5-3 Navarre.
Mobley out in front of that one. Pulled it to the visitors' dugout.
0-1 count on Mobley.
Only 1 out. There you go, Addie.
Fouled back. 0-2. Oh, Duke has come back to tie it at 65 with 6.5 minutes to go there.
Look at the Dukies.
And halftime, Alabama 49, Michigan 47. 0-2 count on Mobley. Line back off the pitcher. On over to first base. 1-3 on the putout. Moves the runners up to second and third respectively.
Good job on getting them over. Natalia Taylor coming up the bat.
You know what I would do? I would put her on.
The old Barry Bonds treatment, Bill?
Yes.
Got an open base. I'm walking you. Tilly had to switch bats.
I would be putting her on. I would not be pitching to Taylor.
This is a dangerous situation for Gulf Breeze.
I wouldn't be surprised if she inside, ball 1 to Taylor, or she might just not get anything good to hit. Runners at second and third, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-3 Navarre. You're watching this game on Irish Bill Sports Live, 944 on YouTube and irishbillsports.com. Marty Wilson, Irish Bill here. That pitch up high, 2-0.
Good eye by Tilly.
Gulf Breeze will have the top of the order when we come up in the top of the 7th. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled back. 2-1. She just wants to hit the ball.
Natalia. Man. Big swing.
Two-one pitch to Taylor. Swung on a miss, 2-2.
We're okay 1-4. We're okay 1-4.
Rivera down at third. Riddle out at second. Now we're having some little bit of issues on the stream. Ball 3.
Good eye, Tilly.
3.
Good eye, Tilly. Good patience.
Looks like we might be back up here. It's Wi-Fi in and out a little bit. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off, out of play.
Way to stay alive.
Taylor stays alive. 3-2 count. There we go. She needs to hustle on down. 9-3. You don't see that very often. The ball was hit too hard, Marty. It's 9-3 on the put out at first base. It's not a long one. But Taylor down on the play. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. 5-3 Navarre. Raiders lead a couple runners stranded there, which looked like a hit to right field. Taylor up, walking it off.
Coach Jackie having a conversation with the blue about the contact at first.
So the Raiders lead a couple stranded there. They've left 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 runners on base through the first 6 innings. We're going to head to the 7th, 5-3. We're going to stay right here.
What do you think that conversation was about between Coach Jackie and the blue? Was it base interference?
Possibly.
Yeah, it looked like Tilly got tripped up on it.
And we head to the 7th. 5-3 Navarre, leading Gulf Breeze. And we have the top of the order coming up for Gulf Breeze in the top of the 7th. The Raiders can get out of this.
Looks like there might potentially be a substitution for Tilly. I know she was dealing with I think an AC sprain. So we'll see right here.
She hit that ball hard.
Yes, she did.
Too hard.
Yeah, we're gonna have. Looks
What
like
do you mean too hard?
Looks like we're gonna have a sub at first.
Frizzell going to first base.
Looks like it, Bill. We'll see.
She has grabbed the first baseman's glove. Baseball, I'm sorry. It's the positions are what they are. Nothing with the person concept. You know what I'm getting at, Marty.
Yes, sir.
It's baseball, it's softball, it's the positions are what they are.
Yeah.
Frizzell, a big target. A very tall target over there at first base.
Yes, sir.
She has to be at least 6'1".
Yeah, great stature.
Big strike zone.
Like to see that length over at first.
She's a big target to throw to over there at first base.
Absolutely. And
between her, the shortest player on the team, Taylor Sullivan, and it's like a cell phone commercial.
It was kind of like for my Atlanta Braves fans out there. It's kind of like back in the day when we had Fred McGriff on first and then Lemke at second. You remember that, Mark Lemke?
I do. He was a dog.
There he was.
Addie underneath it in right field, and she drops it. Took her eye off the ball for a second, Marty.
Rare error.
Raiders' first error on the night.
Rare one in the outfield. Kaylee Ashley still doing a great job of jamming up the hitters, getting some pop flies.
Shake that means nothing with a 2-run lead. And I think that's what Coach O is doing, to go out there and say, hey, nothing hurt. That runner doesn't mean anything. You got a 2-run lead here in the top of the 7th. And I think that's exactly what she did right there, Marty.
Yeah, great coaching. Good of you identifying the situation, Bill, having that understanding. Good thing I've noticed about Ashley, though.
She's a grinder.
I wouldn't say she's unshakable because we're all human, but, man, she's pretty close to it.
Up out of the zone, ball 1.
And I think the runner that Gulf Breeze has on second might not be the fastest athlete they have on the team. So it might have been another thing that she was bringing
Popped up into center field. Actually, it's Taylor Sullivan, out number 1.
Outstanding catch by Taylor. Another can of corn tonight for Kaylee Ashley.
1 down here in the top of the 7th.
A lot of pop-ups tonight for Gulf Breeze, Bill.
Indeed. Out number 1. That's going to bring Summer Smith to the plate. Ball 1.
Doesn't seem like Nadia's too concerned with the runner they have on second.
0 for 1, 0 for 2 on the night with an RBI ground out in her last at bat. Strike 1 called, evens the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, foul back, 1-2.
Big cut.
Ashley gets ahead of the hitter, 1-2. One-two pitch, off-speed pitch, hit into center field. A single. It's going to put runners on the corners. With 1 down on a Texas League bloop single to center field. Both teams with 8 hits on the night now. Runners on the corners.
Once again, good communication by the defense of the Lady Raiders.
That's going to bring Stemkowski to the plate. She takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Doesn't seem like Kaylee Ashley's arm is tired at all. She's still throwing hard.
Strike 1 called, 1-1 count.
Great pitch.
Ray in the on-deck circle for the Lady Dolphins. Trailing 5-3 here in the 7th. Grounded back up the middle. Second over to 1, over to first. And that's your ball game, folks. 6-3. In the game! Double play.
Let's go!
Our first double play turned on the infield.
Yes, sir.
And the Raiders prevail 5-3 to move to 8-4 on the season.
Let's go.
The Dolphins fall to 8-8.
Faith Rudy.
And the Lady Raiders take the Publix Beach Bowl Cup softball version.
Faith Rudy with an amazing
5-3.
Out there at second.
Great play up the middle by Faith Rudy. She steps on the bag for out number 2 and completes the double play with the throw on over to Frizzell at first base to end the game for the Lady Raiders. and their second win at home. Tate and Gulf Breeze in their last 2 victories at home, Marty.
Yes, sir. We're starting to pick up that momentum. We were road warriors, here lately, but now we're starting to have that energy in the wins transition to the home field. Bill. We
Duke's
like
come back and taken a 5-point lead with 1:07 to go over St. John's.
Wow.
Alabama's got a 3-point deficit against Michigan early in the second half. But, well, we want to thank all of you for showing up tonight wherever you are on the World Wide Web. You saw the Lady Raiders hang on to a 5-3 win to increase their record to 8-4, and winners of 7 of their last 8 games, Marty. We're back at it Monday night, and I got to tell you who we're going to be playing here on Monday night here. Coming up the 30th, they will be hosting Milton on Monday night right here at home. So the Raiders will look to continue their winning ways after they prevail tonight 5-3. What a game, Marty.
I loved it, Bill. It's getting more and more fun, as we get accustomed to our system up here in the softball game. Very excited about the team and where they're potentially headed for the rest of the season. Seems like the pitching staff is getting better as well. Hopefully, we'll utilize some more of the pitchers from JV as we go throughout the season, Bill. We'll see.
But 5-3 is your score. The Raiders 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 run. 8 runners left on base. For Gulf Breeze, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. And 7 runners left on base. And it's time for our Ian Lockwood player of the game. And wow. Another big night for Nadia Rivera, but I'm going to go with Big Mo over there coming in to fill in for Natalia Taylor after she didn't come out for the 7th. I'm going to go with Marilyn Frizzell.
Yeah, I like that, Bill.
A big hit after Gulf Breeze cut the lead to 1,
Yep.
and she had a big 2-out hit to set. That ball was smoked.
No, it was the one.
And
in center field.
then she comes in and completes the double play on the throw from Faith Rudy. So your Ian Lockwood player of the game, number 24 from Navarre Lady Raiders, Marilyn Frizzell.
Congratulations, young lady. You deserve it. Good job tonight. We're extremely proud of the entire team. Looking forward to another dynamic finish to the season just like we had last year. Hopefully a deep playoff run, if not a state title win for the Lady Raiders.
So we'll be back at it Monday night, 6:30 first pitch time. Hopefully our Wi-Fi will be up and running on time on Monday.
It will.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. And it's a Raider victory, and it's always good when the Raiders win, Marty.
That's right. Greater to be a Raider.
So any parting words before we head out, Marty?
No, just like always, Bill, just want to extend some gratitude, gratefulness for the opportunity to work with you. And just thank you so much for everything you do in the community. No matter what, let's stay positive. Let's continue to grind and continue to believe.
Most definitely. And Marty and I are going to be starting a new podcast here in probably within the next month or 2. We're trying to work out some details behind the scenes, and it's going to be called the Morning Fix. It's going to be in the morning before noon, so anytime before noon is the morning. So we're going to give you. It's going to mainly be a high school sports talk show, and we're gonna get a call-in line. Hopefully up and running, and we'll get phone calls in. But it's the Morning Fix coming up on Irish Bill Sports Live 944 on YouTube and irishbillsports.com. And then we'll get ready for some spring Raider football coming up, as I believe they'll be hosting Milton this year in the spring game, if I remember right. And we had a good talk with Coach Bagley this morning about the upcoming season and some new things, some new changes, a couple of new coaches on the staff for Navarre. Coach Michael Harper, welcome to the 850, Coach Harper. And Coach Tom Roberts coming over from Booker T. Washington to coach the offensive line. So we got some good things coming up in the fall, and we'll have Irish Bill Sports, Irish Bill's Twist on Sports at Culver's again this fall. And then we'll be back on Wednesday night for the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show on Wednesday nights from Buffalo Wild Wings here in Navarre. But until then, have a great weekend, folks. Be safe out there. It's spring break for a lot of people coming down to the area. Be patient with the drivers around the area. There's going to be a lot more traffic. we don't need anybody not making it back home. And so be safe out there, and God bless.
God bless and have a great night, everyone.